there, friends. I hope you're doing well. I'm Laura, and I've spent 500 hours in Brighter Shores. The question is, should you? The short answer, if you're into cozy grind fests that feel like OSRS, tabletop RPGs, and Melvor Idol had a baby, then yes. But given its mixed reviews, it's definitely not for everyone, so let me break it down so you can decide for yourself. First of all, the vibes. Brighter Shores is very cozy, like chill as fuck. Damn near meditative at some points, I swear to God. It honestly feels like Melvor Idol was condensed down into a tabletop RPG, if you've ever played that game. Don't go in expecting an MMO-style social sandbox like Albion or OSRS, because that's not really what this game is. Instead, treat it like Guild Wars, a single-player RPG you're playing alongside other people, and you'll have a much better time. The social aspects are largely centered around skilling and crafting hubs, as these places are where people tend to congregate for long periods of time and get to chatting. There's also no global chat yet, so conversations are localized to your immediate area. Visually, Brighter Shores feels like you're playing D&D with a giant 3D diorama. The tile-based ground, puzzle piece rooms joined by little interlocking tabs, and the lack of a skybox all give it that tabletop feel. Some folks jokingly call it Roomscape because of this, but honestly, that's where the real similarities end between it and OSRS, beyond like chill vibes and clicking to move and like skilling for hours on end. The world building right now is fine for early access. The writing leans toward witty, pun-heavy dad jokes, and some quest dialogue has had me genuinely laughing, so I can't fault it. Moving on to gameplay and mechanics, this is where Brighter Shores shines, in my opinion. It's an odd mashup of idle skilling game, number go up dopamine farming, and tabletop RPG. Gathering and crafting requires active clicking unless you go offline and leave your character performing a passive task, but you can queue up actions when you're active, which makes it very easy to play while doing other things. Compared to Gathering in Albion Online, for example, where resources are shared and acquiring them can get pretty cutthroat, Brighter Shores is a relaxing relief. Everyone gets their own nodes, and though area mobs are shared when it comes to combat, the respawn rates are high enough that it's still pretty chill and doesn't get very competitive. Going back to town or to a storage rift, which used to be quest locked, though they're now given to everyone from the start, it doesn't feel like a chore. I just grab a snack, drink coffee, or check my phone or other game while my character's running wherever I'm telling them to go. You can tell from the intricate animations and cutscenes in this game that a lot of love has gone into it, and the devs are very active in-game and on Discord, putting out updates and progress reports twice a month. They are also very receptive to feedback and have reworked the combat and one of the skills based on player feedback. They are also committed to putting a lot of attention and development time into the early game, which is free to play, and the new player experience, which is something I wish more MMOs would do, as a good onboarding experience is the best way to get new players to stick around. The community is very small, about 450 monthly active players, but we are always happy to see new faces, and everyone offers help and advice to newbies whenever they can to help build the population of players. Combat is simple click and wait, but it works, and there are plans to add more to it in the future updates. Gear upgrades and leveling feel satisfying and balanced. And quests? They're not there to tell epic stories, but instead they exist to give you a reason to grind your skills. All skills go up to level 500, by the way, with combat going to a whopping 2,000. I'm 500 hours in and still haven't maxed the free-to-play skills yet, let alone the premium skills, so there's a lot of content to enjoy for players of all types. Speaking of premium, it is optional, but does guarantee you a unique username, allows trading between players, gives access to episodes that are further into the main story, and a few other benefits, but again, it is completely optional. At $7 per month Canadian, it's one of the most affordable MMO memberships out there. But as I said, I have yet to run out of free-to-play content, and more keeps being added, so it'll take you a long time to get to a point where you need premium to continue the game. The game itself is broken down into episodes, or if you want to think about it like this, zones. Skills in the game, besides combat, which happens in every episode, are locked to the episode. So if you want to fish, you go to episode 1. You want to do wood cutting and botany, go to episode 2. The items you gather and craft in each zone can be moved freely between them, such as crafting poles in episode 2 to take into episode 3 to be made into weapons, or growing and harvesting cooking ingredients in episode 2 to use with the cooking skill in episode 1. This takes a little bit to get used to, but I really like the concept. It doles out content at a slow, steady pace that doesn't overwhelm you, which I really like. Resource nodes are also episode locked. Though there's water everywhere, you only fish in episode 1, for example. You only mine ore in episode 3, and the nodes are universal. A flounder node always spawns flounder, but the type or tier changes as your fishing skill improves. You fish mottled flounder at first, but then olive flounder will spawn once you reach higher levels. You can always set a node to spawn lower tier resources if you need them to. And this has newbies and veterans playing side by side, which builds community without forcing competition. Your inventory is capped at 24 slots, and there's no central bank. Instead, each crafting workshop has its own relevant banks, one for raw materials and one for finished resources. It's strange, but it works very well, and there are even special storage rift stones scattered around the world where you can deposit or withdraw resources on the go, which saves you making long trips to unload while gathering materials. All of this, paired with a tool belt to store key items and potions to free up your inventory, makes gathering easy and enjoyable. And if you forget where a resource or mob type is found, your minimap lists them all beneath the name of each area, or you can simply look in your skilling journal. There's a button which shows the spawn locations on your minimap. Even fishing, which is my least favorite skill in most other games, is fun and varied in Brighter Shores. You're actively spearing or netting fish, not just standing around spamming a button. It's visually and audibly rewarding as well. Same goes for all skills in crafting, actually. The sparkles, the dings, all equal dopamine hits, and it's all just like chef's kiss levels of perfection, like just mwah. In terms of performance, this game will run on a toaster, and the servers are rock solid. I've rarely experienced lag, and when I do, it's usually because my internet is crappy. I play exclusively on my Steam Deck, though PC and mobile are also available options. I've mapped some quality of life shortcuts to the deck's back buttons with zero issues. Like, it honestly feels like it was made for the Steam Deck. Sound design in the game is great too. The music and ambient sounds are diegetic and suit the environments to a T. And many gathering and crafting sounds give me mini ASMR tingles, like foraging kelp or spearing fish, just to name a few. It's all very satisfying to the ears. Some people might find that weird, but for me, it's like icing on a chill cake. In conclusion, Brighter Shores is not trying to be everything. It's not here to give you hardcore PvP, although optional PvP is in their roadmap. It's not here to give you sweeping cinematic questlines or massive bosses to kill. It's just a cozy grindfest with unique mechanics that reward patience and persistence. It knows its target audience and focuses on giving that audience the best experience it can. So if you're ADHD and autistic like me, and a lot of the other regular players actually, and you enjoy seeing numbers go up, then this game will hook you hard. Skills unlock slowly in a snail's pace, cozy environment that's fun to chill in for hours at a time. Brighter Shores is a dopamine machine, chugging along the path towards being something truly amazing and unique in the MMO world. It's definitely niche, but I am firmly in the fan camp and can't wait to see what the devs roll out next. Oh, and yes, you can pet the cats. So, should you play Brighter Shores? If what I described sounds like your kind of cozy grind, then absolutely give it a try. We would love to have you. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like to fuel the dopamine machine, comment if you're a current player or plan to check the game out, and subscribe for more MMO content just like this. That's all from me today, and remember guys, stay weird, stay cozy, and keep leveling.